Hey there, so I was checking Barnes & Noble and it looks like my parcels either come today, which they didn't, or 3 to 4 days from today. Yeah, anyway, I'm going on vacation for a week, so I'm hopefully going to have those when I come back. And I'll get my son to pick them up. So, I do not have my Criterion yet. And kind of an aside, I'm just restarting my Criterion collection. See, I moved out here about 2-3 years ago, and when I did, it was like a fresh start, kind of moving out, getting back into school again, and just a new area. And when I did, in order to do that, I sold off 90% of my movie collection. So I came out here with not a lot. And after working and stuff, I managed to get a nice bit back. Well, more than a nice bit back. More than I had before, and then some. Now I'm growing it into the collection that I want it to be, and that I originally wanted it to be. But stuff happens, and as it often does with life. So I'm going to show you my very small Criterion collection with a couple of BFIs thrown in, because pretty much the same type of thing. And you're going to see some of these are going to be on Criterion as well. So the first one up I showed earlier is, I'll do the two BFIs first, is Band Apart, or The Outsiders. This is by one of my favorite French directors, actually, Jean-Luc Godard. My favorite film by him is Breathless. Unfortunately, I don't have that one. But this is an incredible film. I really gotta say, I enjoy this, and I love the fact that there is actually, aside from that, they actually have writing about the film on the inside of it as well. The DVD art is pretty sweet, and I'd love to get some more BFI stuff down the road. So my British friends out there, who knows, let me know, and maybe there's something, some way we can do a trade or something down the road. I also picked up one by another one of my favorite French directors, and that's Robert Bresson. I really like his work. And oh God, I don't want to bastardize the French here, but here's the title. And the lady is and it's again another fine film. And as always, they put their the DVD art, and they have the writing on the inside, as opposed to like a small thing, but booklets are more along the lines of what you're going to get if you're getting a Criterion. And Criterion is one of my favorite companies. So I just restarted my Criterion collection not that long ago, actually this year. So according to most people's Criterion collection, yeah, this is really not a lot. I'll do these in order, and I can tell you it's not going to take a lot unless I actually talk about them for a long time. And number 7 in the Criterion collection, I lucked upon this one, and it's A Night to Remember. It's my favorite version of the Titanic. It's a great one. It's got a wonderful audio commentary. There's on the second disc, there's a 60-minute documentary. There's an interview with one of the Titanic survivors, a half-hour Swedish documentary featuring interviews with Titanic survivors, and a really cool BBC thing about the iceberg that sank the Titanic, where it takes the actual the view of the iceberg. This is a favorite of mine. It was directed by Rosemarys Baby. It is a 2-disc set. I don't like the way Criterion does that, though. It makes it sometimes really hard to get them out. It's got a huge booklet. one's about, let's see if they got the page numbers on this thing. No, they do not, but this one's over 40 pages. About 40, 45, 46 pages. Great one, and it's one that I really wanted. I've been looking forward to for a while. So when I finally managed to get it, it was a happiness. This is one that I had found. It's kind of it's an interesting one. Peter Ware, of course, so we know it's a little bit strange. And it's Picnic at Hanging Rock. Picnic at Hanging Rock is an interesting little film. It's number 29 in the Criterion collection. Like I mentioned before when I did a video on some of these Criterions, I had some of them left out at the time. This is pre-Criterion C. Not a lot of features on it, but it's a good film. Next up is an amazing film that I got at a charity shop for $2. Tunes of Glory. And this is number 225 in the Criterion collection. It was one that I'm embarrassed to say I did not know a lot about before I saw it, but once I saw it, I watched it twice. I loved the film. Next up is my favorite Criterion, well, one of my favorite Criterion films, and one of my favorite films of all time, actually. And that's 541 in the Criterion collection, and that is The Night of the Hunter, Charles Laughton's amazing film with great work by Shelley Winters, Robert Mitchum, and Dan Gleason, the whole cast. Basically an incredible film, a great thriller. There is an incredible 2.5-hour documentary on the second disc called Charles Laughton Directs Ned the Hunter. It was his only directorial effort, unfortunately. Next up is 562 in the Criterion collection, and that would be Brian De Palma's Blowout. Blowout is a favorite film of mine, of De Palma's, and probably one of, if not my favorite, Travolta film. Next to Pulp Fiction and Grease. This one actually has a second movie on it called Murder a la Mode. A really cool hour-long interview with Brian De Palma that has some really sweet stuff in it. And again, another one of those huge Criterion booklets. This one runs about like 30-something pages. Again, incredible stuff by Criterion. And I even looked in the booklet for this one here, but I'm guessing probably you're going to be a pretty huge one for the Ned Hunter one as well. Next one is one of my faves. I say a little bit of all of them, though, don't I? But I love the Criterion movies, and I haven't got a bad Criterion yet. Knock on wood. And this is 568, and this is one that my better half surprised me with. I was feeling down one day, and we'd gone to HMV, and we're looking around, and looked at a lot of stuff, and she said, well, I got something for you. I was going to keep it as a surprise for later on down the road. Maybe give it to you close to your birthday or something like that, but you look like you kind of need it today. And that was Kiss Me Deadly. Mickey Spillane, one of my favorite Mike Hammer films of all time. Ralph Meeker does an amazing job in this one here. Robert Aldridge was just the perfect director for this, and there are some great features on this. There's an interview with kind of a documentary with about Spillane and his work and his art. It's just incredible stuff. This is one of the ones I'm most proud to have. It has some great stuff on the inside, but there is artwork. It's a great booklet. Yeah, as you can see, the booklet's very much done like one of the old thriller booklets that you see back in the day. The booklet runs about 22 pages, has some great stuff in it. And if you don't have this one in your Criterion collection, get it. Just get it. Next up is one that I really love. And yes, another one I really love. And it's 630 in the Criterion collection, and it is Rosemary's Baby. Polanski's classic. For me, this is probably one of the best, if not the best Criterions that I own, that I've seen so far. Whoa, that's never a good thing, is it? Oh, and yeah, my DVD popped out for some reason, and my DVD just got almost scratched up just like that. Wow. Anyway, hopefully it didn't. Pray for Rosemary's Baby is the title of the booklet. And this one here runs about 30 pages. There's some great stuff in here as well, of course. And by the way, just in case you're wondering what that is, that's my cat going crazy. And hopefully I'm going to have to... oh, I can't do anything to the poor guy. It's just after food or just before food time, you kind of get wacky crazy on us. I'm not sure if it's to let us know it's time to eat or not, but oh, anyway, wow. I hope that's not scratched up. It's one of my favorites. It's a great documentary, that one, by the way. If you don't have the Rosemary's Baby Criterion one, I truly, truly recommend it. Next up is a really cool movie, Purple Noon. This is 637 in the Criterion Collection. It is the first version, and for me, the best version of The Talented Mr. Ripley. I'm a huge fan of Alain Delon. Rene Clement is a very talented director, and so there's some really cool stuff on this. Again, another biggie, and we're looking at, oh my god, how big is this one? 36-page booklet. They're never small in this one here. You know, you get the movie, they got great features. The artwork's incredible. The movie transfers are amazing, and you get to see films. None of this crap about seeing films in the wrong language. You get to see it in the right language, in the right aspect ratio, subtitled the way they should be, and we always have these booklets that are always more illuminating. That's my very small and modest Criterion collection that is slowly growing. I'll have 6 more to add to that, hopefully, by the time I get back. And who knows, in between then, what I'm going to find. So that's my modest collection of Criterion. It's a start. I've been checking on eBay lately to see if there's any stuff there that I can get to for kind of inexpensive and to pad out my Criterion films. I really want to get a good collection. I'm ashamed to say I do not have any Akira Kurosawa films in my collection, and I'm a huge fan of that director. I plan on hopefully if they do the November sale with Barnes & Noble, when they do the 50% off Criterions again, I'm going to be saving up so that I can get that. And that's my Criterion one. I feel I'm embarrassed I don't have more of them to show you guys, but I focused on some other stuff when I was getting my collection up along the way, and I really want to rectify that. I've only got literally a handful, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Criterion films in my collection, and a couple BFIs that are also in Criterions. So just starting over and getting new stuff. I've been getting some pretty good stuff, so I can't complain. But I want to get some Kurosawa in my collection. I want to get wouldn't mind having the John Cassavetes set, and I would love to get some of the just some of the stuff that I missed out on. I need to get Diabolique. I need to get Wages of Fear. Those are 2 ones that keep coming up in a lot of people's lists. They haven't got Godzilla yet. I really need to have that one. The Blob is one that's a must for me, and Fear and Loathing was a film I liked a lot. Oh, so many. Criterion just has so much good stuff, and only so much time and so much money. It gets so expensive. So hopefully with the new sale there coming up, hopefully in November, I'll have some pretty good stuff. Cats make weird noises at night. They kind of freak me out. So before the cats eat me, as Neil Gaiman would have done, or enslave me, I think it's going to be time for tea.